Hi, this is Kevin Thomas, and welcome back to the At Home Film Festival. This week we're kind of doing a double take on movies. I'm actually finding some movies where actors played two parts in the film. So two great performances or maybe two bad ones. I actually, in my research, found so many options that I decided to eliminate movies like this one, Split, which I love. But this is more about multiple personalities rather than different actors or characters. So I had to get rid of all of these movies where an actor may be playing different parts, but they're all fragments of the same character, if you know what I mean, because there's just way too many choices. So instead of Split, why don't we count down to 7 really good movies that you could watch where one actor plays multiple parts, okay? Number 7 on our list is The Devil's Double, which is on Cinemax right now. This is sort of a forgotten and overlooked little film, which I really enjoyed, where Dominic Cooper, who most of us know just from the hot guy from Mamma Mia, he plays Saddam Hussein's son and a guy that looks like him. So they decided the lookalikes should get more involved because if someone's gonna be murdered for being Saddam Hussein's evil son, might as well be the lookalike. So he puts him in harm's way all the time. He is great in both of these roles. I really enjoyed this. I think you will too. So give it a chance, shall you? Shall we? Shall us? I wish Big Business was available on more platforms. You have to pay to rent it, which is okay by me. But here we have Bette Midler and Lily Tomlin playing twins who not only are a pair of twins, they're two pair of twins that got separated at birth. So you've got the country bumpkin ones, you got the rich New York City ones, really good visual effects as you see them all here together. I thought this was such a riot, and I keep waiting and waiting to own it digitally as soon as it's at a reasonable price. It's still overpriced to own, but it's not too expensive to rent, especially if you love Bette and Lily. Enjoy this so much. Didn't mean to make this a diva day, but our girl Barbra Streisand has also played multiple roles in a movie. On a Clear Day You Could See Forever, which is just a few dollars to rent, is that movie. She plays a modern New York girl with I almost tried accents, but I'm really bad at them. Ask my friends. Anyway, turns out she was reincarnation of this woman named Melinda. Here we have Barbara playing the beautiful British Melinda, elegant, refined, lovely. Edit that together with a more modern Barbara playing Daisy Gamble, and you have really quite two wonderful performances.
I just saw you looking around for something, I wonder what it was. I know.
That's the modern day Barbara as Daisy
Well,
Gamble.
I'm trying to trade secrets.
Yeah, about this yellow finger problem.
Can you do any other tricks?
No. See, I only have until tomorrow night, and I was desperate, and that's why I busted on your lecture, so, I could
Lecture.
maybe you could just... What will I ever do without you?
He's a totally different character.
You have Robert,
I know.
whom you love.
I know. But he isn't you.
Then we have such a classic, Charlie Chaplin's The Great Dictator, available on HBO Max. Oh, this was up for Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor. Charlie often plays multiple characters, and he is so wonderful. So here he plays a normal, regular guy who's a barber, kind of almost his tramp character that he often plays. But then he plays this, the Great Dictator. It's not quite Hitler, but it's written in a way where Hitler could sue, so that's just smart on Charlie Chaplin's part. He is so brilliant, he's satirical, I love him so much, and you will too, especially if you watch The Great Dictator. Give it a shot. Eddie Murphy plays so many roles in so many movies. So everybody knows the Nutty Professor in Coming to America. But not everybody knows this one, Bowfinger. It's just a few dollars to own. It is really good and kind of overlooked. So it's really a Steve Martin movie where Steve plays an out of his luck has-been film director who wants to make a comeback, but he has no money at all. I mean, no money at all. So Eddie plays a big famous movie star that everybody would love to have in his film, but he He's too expensive, and I already said Steve has no money at all, so he finds his relative, his dead ringing look-alike relative, who's not an actor, but he convinces him to just go into these situations that he films like guerrilla filming, like it's not really scripted, and they use illegal sets that are just reality. And he gets in these funny situations with all these other co-stars, including the Eddie Murphy as the fancy rich guy who's famous, because sometimes they just go stand next to him and film. Eddie is good in both roles. Who wouldn't love him in this? I certainly did. And speaking of satirical and people that play multiple roles a lot, we got Peter Sellers in Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Start to Love the Bomb. It was up for Best Picture, it was up for Best Actor, it should have also been up for Best Supporting Actor. Both of them were Peter Sellers. Peter plays kind of a dim-witted president, that sounds awfully familiar, but he also plays a guy that is smarter than a whip, and he's also, of course, he looks exactly like the president. I know that sounded a little bit like The Great Dictator, but they have a different agenda in this movie. They both are classic films. They both have brilliant actors playing multiple roles. No wonder they're on this list. You should watch them all, watch them both, watch this whole list. An honorable mention, I had to do two of them. I couldn't pick one, so I kind of cut them off the list, but I felt bad, so I'm throwing them in here. The Parent Trap. Whether you watch the original 1961 where Hayley Mills, who's British, also plays her twin Hayley Mills who moved to America and is American, it's a great fun movie on Disney+. And tied with it for best honorable mention is The Parent Trap, the Lindsay Lohan version, also on Disney+, where Lindsay's an American actress and she plays her, of course, British sister who was separated when they were children. And when Lindsay first came out, she was so talented that people thought there were actually twins in this movie. So that really shows that this definitely needs to be on a list of movies where people are playing multiple roles and should win multiple awards. Thank you, Lindsay and Hayley. But the true greatest movie of one actor playing multiple roles is Kind Hearts and Coronets, which you could find for free on Canopy. It stars Dennis Price, all on his own, but it also co-stars Alec Guinness in 8 parts. Yes, 8. And he didn't even get an Oscar nomination for one of them. It is one of the most brilliant, funny stories where Dennis realizes he's 8 people away from being the Duke, and the way to make that happen is, why doesn't he kill them? So yes, he plans to kill each member of the family, all played by Alec Guinness, one by one. Oh my God, is Alec Guinness so brilliant in this? He should have won an Oscar. He really should have. I mean, there he is. He's everywhere. Oh, look, there he is. They only showed him once there. Oh, he's so good. Oh, there he is, there he is, there he is, there he is. Look at you, Alec Guinness. You go. People, if you don't have Canopy, get it now. All it takes is a library card, and you get a lot of great content for absolutely nothing. Get it. Well, that's our show of the week. Thanks for tuning in. What movie did I miss that you think I should have included? Because I could always do a sequel. Don't mention this one, Cloud Atlas. I haven't seen it, so I can't review it. But I've heard nothing but not good things about this movie. All the actors play multiple parts, so I give it kudos for that. I just had no desire to see this almost 3-hour movie. Everyone who read the book was very disappointed. I didn't read the book. I just don't want to be disappointed. Maybe one day I'll see it. If anybody liked this movie, tell me in comments below. And until next week, I hope you share and subscribe, like. I never say that, but I've been getting a lot of likes lately, so thank you. And tune in next week when we have a whole new show, and tell your friends to join us. If you hit the alert button, you'll hear about these on Sunday when they first come out. I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye.